Hi, my name is Jacob Eckerberg and I'm a product manager at Plockmatic. Welcome to this operator guide video for the Plockmatic 500 or Plockmatic 350 production booklet making system. I'm here at Ricoh Europe's Customer Experience Center in Telford, UK. This video is designed to help you get the most out of your Plockmatic booklet maker. I'll show you how to set up the system, highlight some new features and also share some tips and tricks that may be helpful to you. I'm going to begin by showing you how to turn this into a beautiful finished, full bleed trimmed and creased booklet. With the Plockmatic 500 and 350 there are two different approaches to setting up the system. The simplest way is to use the auto sheet size setting. By using the auto sheet size, the booklet maker will rely on the sheet size information that is sent from the printer to create a booklet of standard size. This means if an A3 or 11 by 17 inch sheet is sent from the printer, the booklet maker will create an A4 or 8.5 times 11 inch booklet. If there is a trimmer module in the configuration, the booklet will also be face trimmed and the trim amount will be calculated automatically based on the set thickness. If you have an RCT module, the booklet will be bleed trimmed or side trimmed only if the sheets entering the Plockmatic system are an oversized sheet. This means the SRA3 or SRA4 sheet sizes in Europe and 12 by 18 and 9 by 12 inches in America. For all other sheet sizes, the RCT module will bypass the sheets if the auto mode is used. To set the system up in auto mode, press Booklet Production from the start page and then press Input Sheet Size and select the auto sheet size. That's all you need to do for this mode. And this setup works well for many standard applications and when standard sheet sizes are used. For the rest of this video, I will use the second method, which provides a wider range of job settings. At a minimum, you need to tell the system two things. First, the input sheet size, and second, the finished booklet size. The system then automatically calculates and sets up the correct face trim for the PBM trim module and the correct bleed trim for the PBM RCT module. Always start by entering the input sheet size. From the start screen, press Booklet Production and then Settings for Booklet Production and press the Input Sheet Size button. Here you can select from a list of the most common standard sheet sizes available around the world. Note that the sheet size you enter here is the same sheet size that you have entered on the printer. Also note that the smaller sheet sizes have two different orientations available. For example, A4 SEF and A4 LEF. SEF stands for short edge feed and SEF is sometimes referred to as landscape orientation. And LEF stands for long edge feed and it is sometimes referred to as portrait orientation. If the RCT module is included in the configuration, the Plockmatic system can handle sheet sizes printed in either orientation. Sending a smaller sheet size in the LEF orientation increases the productivity and it also reduces wear on the printer. When possible, try to run smaller sheet sizes in the LEF orientation. For our example today, we will choose the sheet size SRA3. Press the green check mark when you're done with the setting. Once you've entered the input sheet size, it's time to enter the finished booklet size. The exact size of your finished booklet can be determined by measuring between the crop marks. Make a test print of the cover used for the application to the top tray of the printer. The height of your book can be determined by measuring between the crop marks. And the width of the book by measuring the distance between the crop marks over the length of the sheet, and then dividing this by 2 since the sheet will be folded in half. For this example, we see that our finished booklet will be 296.5 mm high and 210 mm wide. From the Settings for Booklet Production page, press the Finished Booklet Size. You will now see shortcuts for two proposed booklet sizes that can be produced based on the input sheet size and on the modules available in your Plockmatic system. If any of those booklet sizes is not what you want, or if you need to tweak the booklet size slightly, then press the Custom Booklet Size button. This will take you to another page where you can enter the exact booklet size you need within the specification of the system. Pressing the green check mark will take you back to the finished booklet page. Pressing the green check mark again selects the highlighted booklet size. Leave staple position, fold position, book fold mode at auto. If necessary, these adjustments can always be made while the job is actually running. What many operators do at this stage is run a book. This gives you a chance to inspect the booklet and, if needed, adjust the book fold mode and the staple position required for a great looking booklet. If you now want to trim more from the top and bottom of the booklet or from the face of the booklet, you then go back into custom booklet size and make the required adjustments. Select the book fold features to give your book a square printable spine. The auto setting will try to calculate the correct book fold pressure for this application. If you're not satisfied with the auto setting, you can always go back in and change this, and this can be changed while the system is running. What do you do if you want to trim more or less off the top and bottom of the book? This is achieved by changing the custom booklet size we entered earlier in this guide. Change to a smaller finished booklet to make the system cut off more from the top and bottom or from the face of the booklet. What do you do if the inner sheets of the book are sticking out beyond the cover? This can be caused by a number of things, and we will look at why this might happen and what you can do about it. First, ensure that the set is properly registered or jogged. If the side guides in the booklet maker did not jog the set properly prior to stapling and folding, the inner sheets may stick out. You can cause the booklet maker to jog the set tighter by changing the set registration. When you are on the finished booklet size page, select Set Registration. Press the minus button to force the booklet maker to jog the set tighter. Sometimes when using a heavy stock for a cover and a lighter stock for the body of the book, the two stock types shrink differently in the fusing process. This can cause the inner sheets to show outside of the cover of the book. The Plockmatic 500 and 350 with the RCT module can compensate for this. From the finished booklet size, click the Cover Adjust button. Here you can set the system up so that the cover will be cut slightly larger than the body sheets. If the inner sheets are registered correctly at the spine of the book, but then gradually show more and more of the inner sheet as you look along the edge, this indicates that the fold is skewed and the unit needs to be adjusted by service. However, this can also be caused by the sheets themselves not being square and uniform. Prior to printing, it is important that the sheets themselves are square and uniform. If the diagonals are not equal, the sheet is not square and uniform, and the booklet quality will vary as a result. Measure both diagonals. Do the same for the cover if a different paper stock is used. This problem is more common than you might think, not only when you cut your own paper down from larger sheet sizes, but also for factory cut sheets. I want to cut off more from one side of the booklet than the other. If the image is not perfectly centered on the sheets, you can compensate for this with the Plockmatic 500 and 350 system and cut off more from one side of the booklet than the other. This is achieved by entering the asymmetric side trim page from the finished booklet size page. Changing this parameter will allow you to cut more or less from either the top or the bottom of the book. A positive value will cut off less from the operator's side of the booklet. The book fold module may wrinkle the cover at the spine when lightweight media is used for cover sheet on thicker books. Plockmatic recommends that for best result with thicker books, you use a heavier cover. If the application consists of especially sensitive media, there is a chance the booklets will show markings or scratches on the cover. The use of the protection sheet will remove those markings. We shall now look at some of the new features of the Plockmatic 500 and 350. The first feature is the feeder mode in the cover feeder module. If the optional cover feeder is installed on your Plockmatic 500 350, it can be set up as a simple self-feeding offline system. If you load pre-collated sets in the cover feeder, the PBM will then feed sheets from the cover feeder and process that into a booklet. This makes it possible to use your Plockmatic 500 or 350 to finish booklets made from material printed on another printing system. The second new feature is multi-cut mode of the PBM trimmer module. The trimmer now supports multi-cut operation, which allows the trimmer to cut very large trim lengths by cutting it down in multiple steps. You can now produce booklets all the way down to 105 mm or 4.14 inches in width by cutting them down from larger sheet sizes. Now, this will affect productivity of the system. The Plockmatic 500 and 350 is tightly integrated with the Ricoh printer, so when extra time is required between sets in order to accommodate for the multi-cut operation, the Plockmatic 500 and 350 will signal this to the printer, and the extra set gap is then added by the print engine. The exact length of the gap is dependent on the number of sheets in the application. Since the Plockmatic system does not know the number of sheets in the application, the operator must enter this information for this special operation mode. When extra time between sets is required due to multi-cut operation, the Plockmatic system will indicate this to the operator. To enter how many sheets there are in a specific application, enter the General System Settings by clicking on the Tools icon in the right corner of the screen. Here you can tell the Plockmatic system how many sheets your applications will have. Please note that this only has to be done when the trimmer mode is used in multi-cut mode, or when you use an extra high setting on the bookfold module for an application with only a few sheets. For normal booklet sizes, this does not need to be entered. Thank you for watching this Plockmatic 500 and Plockmatic 350 user guide video. If you have any questions or if you want more information, talk to your local Ricoh representative or visit us at plockmatic.com.